Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. So we have some new reports when it comes to Benjamin Simmons of the Philadelphia 76ers. So the other day, we talked about a potential Ben Simmons Golden State Warriors trade, and I will say the vast majority either just hated the idea of Ben Simmons over on the Warriors, or they equally or more so hated the trade that I proposed, which in all fairness, man, is completely true. I looked back on that video. I owned to the mistake. It was an atrocious trade. My thought process behind it at the time, I think I was kind of more focused on making like salaries work, and I kind of wasn't focusing on the assets. I was like trying to make something happen, but in all reality, as great as I think Ben Simmons is, I'm a Ben Simmons fan, man. I don't think he's as bad as people will say. I can see where Warrior fans are like, hey, like, we're kind of cool just having Draymond Green, which is completely fine, right? Now, for today's video, as we all know at this point, Ben Simmons is ignoring everybody on the 76ers, but according to his agent, not Agent Zero, love me some Agent Zero, by the way, man, he's got the best merch out there, bro, but straight up, man, when it comes down to it, he wants to go to the Lakers or Clippers. Or, he obviously the Warriors are still a team too. He's interested in that, but we've kind of already talked about that, so we're going to go through them very quickly. But he wants to go to the Lakers or Clippers. I can not for the life of me think of a more horrible fit than Ben Simmons on the Lakers right now. That just doesn't work. I'm sorry, Ben. Like, I know you want to be part of that big thing over there, but these are all guys. You look at LeBron, you look at Melo, you look at Anthony Davis, you look at Russell Westbrook, a few of them got rings, more than one, obviously, man, but, Ben Simmons, you don't get to ring chase quite yet. You got to put it a few more seasons before you get that honor, right? But for today's video, man, we're going to go ahead and hop into the Fanspo Trade Finder, and we're going to see if we can just, figure out a trade for the Lakers and or Clippers, we're going to talk more about in a little bit. That I actually think makes a little bit of sense. But before we get going on this video, if you guys don't mind leaving a like, 2,000 likes, man, is, I guess, the new goal because you guys have been shattering the like goal. And, yeah, of course, subscribe if you're new to the channel. So, here we go. Okay. The first thing I want to do here is I edit this up real quick here, man. You know what I'm saying, bro? Here we go. Oh, yeah. What? It's going to charge me $200 for the editing right there, man. Okay, up on my editor. Okay, so I have the 76ers and the Warriors pulled up. I want to do a redemption trade. I want to do something that I think maybe makes a little bit more sense, according to reading your guys' comments and stuff. So we got Ben Simmons to the Warriors, and we got Andrew Wiggins to the 76ers. Now, some people think that's enough. I personally don't think it's quite enough to get Ben Simmons because we got to think about it, man. I should say Ben Simmons is one great season away from being the new Andrew Wiggins. Before Wiggins was on the Warriors, everybody wrote this man off completely. They said he was garbage and everything, and obviously he had a great season with the Warriors, but that doesn't take away how much of a victim of the moments we really are when it comes to the NBA, because, 2 years ago, if you would have said Wiggins for Ben Simmons straight up, people would have just laughed you out of the building, bro, straight up, man. So, Wiggins for Ben Simmons, and I still think a future first-round pick. I still think that's fair. Age-wise, I guess they're pretty similar, obviously. I think Andrew Wiggins about a year and a half older than Ben Simmons. I guess that's probably fair. Now, once again, I don't necessarily agree with doing this in the first place because of you guys already having Draymond Green, which is why in the other video I was trying to work out a Draymond Green trade. Because I would assume you guys wouldn't want both on the team. Ben Simmons, Draymond Green working together. I guess if Ben Simmons played center, it could work. But, something like this, I have a feeling I'm probably going to get yelled at by 76er fans next, man. But, I understand where both sides are coming from. It's not really a win-win situation. Based off what the 76ers want and what teams want to give up for Ben Simmons, it's all over the damn board, guys. So, I'm not trying to take the hate too much to heart. There's only so much you can do. But with the admittance that last video, I did do a bad trade. So, let's try this trade right here. And it works. You could argue some additional assets on either side, probably. I'm still thinking if you do this for the betterment of the team, I still think a 3-team trade with the Trailblazers, send Draymond over to the Portland Trailblazers, and Ben Simmons is the new 4. But, I know there's a lot of heart and soul when it comes down to Draymond and you Warrior fans anyway, which I totally respect, man. That's your boy right there, right, man? You love you some Draymond. He's been part of the entire process. Okay, so let's stop talking about them. Next up, let's talk about I guess we'll do the Lakers next. Damn, I don't think there's a trade to be had here, but we're going to try our darnest right here, bro. We're going to try our darn. I probably shouldn't have worn a green shirt. I guess it don't look too bad, man. I thought I was going to be like, damn, like, invincibility cloak or something out here, man. Okay, so Ben Simmons, $33 million, which is where it gets difficult. It's not possible, man, bro. It's not possible. You can't just... It can't happen, man. They ain't trading Russell for you. They ain't doing that. You ain't 76 in getting AD, although Anthony Davis was with Joel Embiid. My God, can you imagine? LeBron straight up? No. Why I say LeBron's the shooting guard, bro? Sense win, man. He likes the shooting, he likes the guard, so I guess shooting guard makes sense in theory. Literally the only trade that could happen. And I'm not doing. And you still have to make up $10 million if you're the 76ers. So let's do that real quick, I suppose. $10 million? Well, damn, Danny Green. You going to the Lakers, baby. Isn't he already on the Lakers? No, he went back to the 76ers. Only possible trade. If you guys have any better way to do... Oh, what's Melo getting paid? Oh, yeah, it's not a minimum. Damn, bro. He's got Dwight and Carmelo chilling down here like ain't nobody's business. Let's try trade. Literally, you got Hall of Famers signing for minimums. Obviously, they're not the players they once were. But, okay, let's try this trade. And it works. Minus one win for the 76ers, plus one for the Lakers. I don't really know what the algorithm is to determine that. But, yeah, even with this, Russell Westbrook cannot be traded to a team aggregated with other players from his team because 19 days have not passed since he was traded for normally 2 months, but shorter due to condensed season. Okay, I think that's looking at last year. But, it's yeah, I still think there is going to be like a 6-day period where you can't trade guys that you already traded for, right, man? So, because otherwise it'd be 2K every single day, man. Damn trade finder, right? There's nothing else here that can happen. For Ben Simmons, no. Okay, let's move on. It's not going to be the Lakers. It's not. Let's look at a team that I actually think, if they want to shake things up, the Clippers. The Clippers would definitely be nice in this case here, man. Now, I'm thinking the best trade possible. But even with this, yo, where's... Okay, well, we all know that Kawhi Leonard's on the team. Like, I don't know if he technically resigns. Here, let me go to the settings real quick here. Because I have the cap holds not showing. So, yeah, Kawhi will show up that way. But Kawhi is going to miss a lot next season. So, really, once again, the only type of trade that you can get things done here. I mean, because you don't really, like, you look at the team. I mean, they got, like, Keon Johnson, who's, like, a good young asset and everything. But I'm going to guess it would be Paul George for Ben Simmons with probably... I would say the 76ers probably giving up a few additional assets because Paul George is better than Ben Simmons. But then again, once you got the age factor, but you got a 25-year-old versus a 31-year-old on a 4-year contract. They're both on 4-year contracts, but Ben Simmons is going to be in his prime still. So, yeah, that's... I mean, like, Luke, you know, obviously I love me some Luke Kennard, right? Luke Kennard, but that's not going to be enough for Ben Simmons. Unless I was the GM, of course. But not really any other, like... extremely young assets to make. I mean, you do Luke Kennard, Keon Johnson. They don't really have picks to trade because of Paul George, or because of the Paul George original trade. So, right, once again, guys, I'm trying to think of trades that could work financially speaking. Would I do this trade? I mean, yo, Paul George playing with Joel Embiid actually sounds kind of nice, man. Tobias Harris out there, and then we'll even say. I feel like it'd be straight up. I feel like the age is definitely a thing. With maybe the 76ers giving up a first-round pick. Right? I guess in this case, too, we could probably send... I don't think that's going to work financially. Okay, I'm going to say we're going to send Pat Beverly over to the 76ers. Be a nice, scrappy point guard. And then we will go ahead and send... It might work. Let's try this trade out first. Let's try this one out first. Try trade. I don't think it's going to work, though. Yeah, too much money coming in. So you're probably looking at taking... I guess Patrick Beverly couldn't be part of it. Let's just try this straight up. So that's successful. Paul George is no doubt the better player. Ben Simmons, I still think, has a pretty large ceiling. But at the same time, too, Ben Simmons has a riskier floor. Like Paul George, we know what we know what playoff P is, right? Ben Simmons, we've seen him in bad moments. We've seen him in great moments too, man. But, we don't really know what he's going to be. So, I think that's the big shakeup right there. Ben Simmons with Kawhi Leonard defensively is nice. Actually amazing. But, next season... Well, actually, let's take a look back at the roster again here, too. Because next season, you would essentially then have Ben Simmons, Luke Kennard out there. Other guys, Keon Johnson, maybe. I don't know. You probably just were... At this point, what, do they have their 2022 pick? They do not. Ooh. Because you can't even get to the point where you, kind of low-key tank with not having Kawhi out there playing. Bro, Clippers are in a bad situation, man. I'm going to say, with all them damn draft picks that you traded away, you're in a bad situation. Which is why, yet again, the point of this video is not saying if we would personally do this trade. It's trying to make a trade make sense. But essentially what you're saying here is you traded all of those draft picks away. How many was it? It was a lot for Ben Simmons. But the 76ers don't even get the picks out of it. They just get Paul George. This is nice for about a 2-season run right here. This is nice in the sense because Ben Simmons, he's not super young. You don't really say young Ben Simmons. I mean, he is still younger, but he's entering his prime pretty damn soon at 27. So yeah, it's at the point where it still maybe speeds up a rebuild if they go in that direction. But if you got Kawhi Leonard coming back, you probably don't want to do that. Although Ben Simmons and Kawhi could still work. Oh, I got a damn headache. Guys. You let me know in the comment section below, man. When it's all said and done, where the hell is Ben? I don't want to talk about this man anymore. I don't want to talk about him anymore. And for one, Benjamin, you probably should not go to LA. You don't seem like you have, the mental maturity to handle LA. You a damn drama queen up in Philly, bro. That's why Kuzma had to get sent to Washington, man. He couldn't handle the spotlight. So... Oh, I'm sick of talking about Ben Simmons. Okay, assuming no other trade rumors happen anytime soon, I think I'm going to cool off and do a rebuild probably Sunday or Monday, guys. Let me know in the comment section below which team I should rebuild. I'm kind of figuring out the Chicago Bulls situation with Lauri Markkanen, but we'll see how that goes. Thank you all so much for watching, man. Peace out.